David Griffin been talking to the New York Knicks for about a week, becoming head of their basketball operations. And would he take it or not? You know, the Knicks have always been a mess, probably, since the day of Willis Reed and Bill Bradley and all that. They had a little nice run in the late 90s with Pat Riley and Pat Ewing, but that's been it. So all of a sudden, the middle of last week, while they're still talking to David Griffin, the Knicks went out. Their general manager in acting, this guy named Steve Mills, makes a 4-year, $70 million offer sheet to Tim Hardaway Jr. 4 years, $71 million for a guy averaging 14 points for the Atlanta Hawks. Then the Hawks have a chance to match it or not. The minute that offer sheet went out, I was positive David Griffin was going to drop out of this thing, because that is not the kind of move he's going to make. Secondly, I mean, imagine you're Griffin, and you're talking about, I want to take over control of the basketball operations. And while they're negotiating with you, this guy who's either going to be out or be under you is handing out a $70 million offer sheet for a barely above average player. So that set, Griffin going the wrong way. And then later on, there was a lot of discussion how Griffin wanted to bring in his own people. Yeah, no surprise. And, you look at all that, and I say, okay, that explains a lot about why Griffin didn't go to the Knicks. And I give him credit, actually. I would have been a little disappointed to go on to New York simply because of the fact it is so dysfunctional. In a lot of ways, the Knicks have become kind of like the Browns were for a while. You go there to get paid, and you'll probably get fired. In fact, Phil Jackson, who had just been fired as president of the Knicks, he tweets out this photo. And you can go on Phil Jackson's Twitter account, and you'll see you just see these feet up on a balcony, and you can kind of see over Phil's shoulder. He's looking out over, I believe it's Flathead Lake in Montana. And the idea being, guess what? I'm getting $8 million just to sit here. And I flash back to when the Browns had their own version of Phil Jackson, a great coach who came in the front office and just kind of took the money, Mike Holmgren, who made not one but 2 different references in 2 different press conferences to when he's away from the Browns, he'll be sitting on his deck drinking umbrella drinks and cashing checks. So Phil Jackson's sitting on his deck in Montana looking at the lake. David Griffin told the Knicks to take a hike. Tim Hardaway's very rich. And one good news for Cavs fans is at least you won't have David Griffin trying to put the Knicks together to beat the Cavaliers.